With this current season being out, I watched as much of it as I could, and my thoughts, it's meh. While there are a lot of standouts, a lot of it is just I guess. So I'm going to go one by one talking about every anime I watched this season, and at the end of it, I'm going to give my rating on whether it's worth watching or not. And since this is exclusively just for winter 2025, shows that came out in previous seasons that went along to this season, I won't be talking about. So shows like ReZero, Shangri-La Frontier, and Blue Box, I won't be talking about, and quite frankly, they deserve their own video. So if you haven't watched those shows, what the fuck are you doing? Go watch them. I also want to mention some of the shows returning for new seasons I haven't watched, so I won't be talking about them as well, but without further ado, let's get into winter 2025. Sung Jin-woo. Now before I get into this newest season, I just want to say I was extremely confused as to why solo leveling was suddenly getting so much attention. There was a lot of hype for the first season, but once it started airing, I felt like the general opinion of it was that the manga was better. But with season 2 coming out, I swear all I hear and see is how amazing solo leveling is. And I was wondering, why the sudden change? Why is it so talked about now? The Shadow Army, that makes so much sense. We're getting to a point where Sung Jin-woo is becoming one of the strongest characters and the fights are getting a lot cooler to watch. So it makes sense that it attracts more attention. Also, fuck, he's so cool. This guy's aura farming every chance he gets. This guy's got both aura and Riz. Something anime fans dream of. Hell, you can't say Rise without saying aura. Definitely one of the best anime airing right now. Bogus Skill Fruit Hunter. About that time I became able to eat an unlimited number of skill fruits that kill you. Man, fuck these anime titles, bro. So I went into this show blind thinking, looks like an isekai. Surprisingly, it's not. Doesn't mean it's good though. This show is a definition of mid. The characters are mid, the story's mid, everything is just mid. There is just nothing to it. It adds nothing new and it's just boring. The main character, Light, is able to eat as much skill fruits as he wants due to his skill fruit master, making him immune to the poison, and this guy is a fucking idiot. He's basically Reinhardt in the sense he can get any ability he wants by eating the full fucking crate of skill fruits he has, which funnily enough is still more work than what Reinhardt has to do. But that's besides the point. This guy could just spam these skill fruits and he just doesn't. One-dimensional characters, uninteresting world, though it's fine if you want your average mid-fantasy, but I wouldn't recommend it. Even given the worst Appraiser class, I'm actually the strongest, knows exactly what it's doing. Well, at least in the beginning. There are these common tropes that use in fantasies with weak main characters who become OP where every aspect of their life is shit. They're poor, they have no friends, everyone treats them like trash. It's a very common manipulation tactic to get you to care for the protagonist, and fuck me, I'm a sucker for these. This pretty much has the same problem with the last show I was talking about with that extra element. It's also funny that bro's weak for one episode, and by episode 2 he's OP. And the payoff of him getting back at his former team for leaving him to die was so unsatisfying. There really isn't anything worth watching after the first 2 episodes. The only difference with this show is that whenever there's a potential revenge plot, the series tends to be more edgy, but this guy is just a nice guy, I guess. It also has this thing with him being nice and strong means all the women just want him. So remember kids, nice guys always finish first. Fuck this show's mid. Medaka Kuroiwa is Impervious to My Charms is actually not that bad. It's about this girl who's loved by everyone, but for some reason the main guy isn't and kinda just ignores her. You hear that kids? To get the bitches, all you need to do is ignore them. Never be the nice guy. Anyone who says otherwise is an idiot. Like bro, why are you doing all that? She's not gonna let you hit. From where I stand, this girl's one bad day away from becoming an OnlyFans model because why is she trying so hard to get this random guy to love her? This show definitely isn't for everyone. If you know your taste in anime and this doesn't look like the show for you, then it just isn't. However, if you have some time to kill, give it a watch, it's actually alright. While we're on the topic of romances, let's just get into the best romance of the season. The 100 Girlfriends Who Really Love You Season 2. If you like romances, then you should be watching this, and if you're not watching it, then I don't know what you're doing. The premise is absurd, the main characters are absurd, everything about this show is a fever dream. If you don't know this show, well then all you gotta know is that if you're really nice, then you'll get 100 girlfriends. Wait, I'm seeing a trend here. Also have God on your side, that helps as well. Jokes aside, this show is great. I feel like harems have a bad rap for good reason, but this show does the harem genre right. Easily one of the best anime of winter 2025. Okay, so you know how I said 100 Girlfriends Who Really Love You is the best romance of the season? Well, I lied, because this is actually the best romance of winter 2025, Lemon Soda. Why is it named after a drink? Well, good question. It's because the significance behind the beverage holds so much meaning. The connection it holds between the two love interests is the driving force that allows them to bond and connect and all that shit. And also because it's just a weird name and everyone knows people who like anime are weird. But yeah, cool guy, girl who hates herself, then likes herself, then hates herself, then likes herself, but then she likes herself afterwards. W character development, everyone. This one's a good watch. I mean, it's better than every fantasy I've seen so far, so maybe I'm being tainted. Also, I know I'm being very contradictory here, but I still find 100 Girlfriends more entertaining to watch. You know, when I heard about Sakamoto Days, my expectations were off the charts. I was ready for the next big Shonen Jump title to get adapted to an anime, and I was disappointed. I get that it's hard after I had to live up to the same hype as Dandadan, but you know what? After my expectations went down and I just saw it for what it was, Gintama from Temu, then I started to enjoy the series more. Jokes aside, I feel that this one had a hard time kicking off, but I've been enjoying the more recent episodes, so you know what? I have hope. I have hope that it'll upgrade from Gintama from Temu to Gintama from Facebook Marketplace. I'm getting married to a girl I hate in my class is so fucking ridiculous, but I love it. I honestly thought I was gonna hate this show at the start because it just seemed like it didn't trust the audience to pay attention. So it just throws everything at you in the first 2 minutes of the show. I thought I was gonna have an aneurysm with the amount of shit they were smashing into my head. But you know what? This show actually made me laugh like 2 times. And if a random seasonal anime can make me laugh more than once, then that's gotta mean something. Pretty much 2 psychotic grandparents force their grandchildren to get married, and you watch these 2 who hate each other get closer as they learn more about each other and realize, hey, maybe they're not that bad. The main guy also has this sister who's in love with him, so yeah. But the main girl is very overdramatic. She kind of reminds me of me. Definitely the most surprisingly good show of the season. I may be a guild receptionist, but I'll solo any boss to clock out on time is the same shit we always get. This is my first time watching as much seasonal anime as I can for this video, but I can't take it anymore. It's the same thing as every fucking anime. Wait, why do I hear an angel's voice? Guys, I changed my mind. This show's amazing. I Have a Crush at Work is a nice comfy slice of life of 2 people who work in the same company and are dating. However, they keep it a secret from all their colleagues. Why? Reasons. You also have people in their late 20s acting like anime high school characters who just started realizing they like each other. Man, sometimes anime is infuriating. But hey, at least they freak, so I guess they aren't that bad. Bang Dream is a show I'd usually not watch. Once I hear anything is an idol show, I kind of just zone out, and honestly, I'm still on the fence about this one. However, it's interested me enough to where I'll keep watching, but yeah, maybe this one's good. Let's kick off the shitty trend because we haven't talked about any Isekai yet. Possibly the greatest— oh fuck. What's the point of giving the name? Guys, Isekai is changing. Everyone's starting to realize that no one cares about how you were before in the real world. Hell, we don't even care about how you are when you're isekai'd. So they just skip over the isekai part and go straight into being summoned into another world. I'm not joking, I genuinely thought I skipped a bit of the anime, but nah. It just starts off with him already talking to the goddess about being isekai'd. Guys, I'm already broken. I can't do this anymore. Someone, please, save me from this fucking fantasy genre. You know what? Fuck it, I'm speedrunning this shit. Headhunted to another world from salaryman to Big Four, it's not boring like the others. It's like this salaryman who solves all the country's problems through his knowledge of business, I guess, and the demon girl's a baddie. I'm a noble on the brink of ruin, so I might as well try mastering magic. It was so boring, I got more entertainment from making my bed today. Isekai Noble meets this guy who's the equivalent to that one friend who's maxed out in a game you're playing and just gives you all his leftovers that makes you overpowered at your current level. I left an A rank, fucking shit, it's so shit. Oh. Another isekai. Ah, he can buy shit. Like, a lot of shit. That's pretty much it. Yeah, no. Is that everything? Am I in the clear? Okay, looks good. Just an animator making a movie. No! Not again, no! Wait, what is this? It can't be. This is actually good? Everyone, alert, alert, a good isekai has come out. Everyone, brace yourselves. Probably the most surprising anime to come out this season, a genius animator by the name of Hirose Natsuko gets isekai'd into her favorite movie, and with the help of her animating skills, yeah, they never go into this, she's able to turn what's supposed to be a grim and unforgiving story into a more lighthearted and fun series. I feel what's most surprising about this anime is how well animated it is. You never really expect that from an unknown series like this. That makes sense. And it's also an anime original. That makes even more sense now. But yeah, this is definitely one to look out for. Anime originals are a bit of a hit or a miss, so hopefully this one doesn't become the latter. Guys, I can't stress this enough. Watch this show. This show is a great example of how we should just give things a try, because if I wasn't making this video, there is no way in hell I would have ever considered watching this show. It's about this guy who loves figure skating but could never realize his dreams because he started too late. But then he meets this girl, Yuitsuka Inori, who has the potential to become a professional figure skater, so he decides to coach her to help her realize her dream. See, on paper, a show about figure skating and me being the manliest man of men, it just doesn't mix. But anime has this amazing way of making sports you'd usually find no interest in, interested in. Anyways, watch this show, it's great. This is probably the weirdest one in the season, and not for the reasons you'd think. This anime feels the least anime in my opinion. It's about the Department of Investigative Pathology consisting of the unrivaled genius in medical knowledge Dr. Ameku Takao and Takanashi. Yeah, that's about it, huh? These two are like if the Mystery Shack were all doctors and there were only two members. They diagnose patients, solve murders, and deal with curses. I feel like these three things should never be on a list of anything, but whatever. There's even a I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for these meddling kids moment. This is probably the most underrated anime of the season, but I don't think it's the best. I am interested to see where this goes, so this is definitely a yes for me. Finally, saving the best for last, Apothecary Diaries. With the return of a new season, we finally get our favorite apothecary, Mao Mao, back in action, solving mysteries, figuring out puzzles, and being so oblivious to the fact that the hottest guy in the show likes her. Out of everything I've seen this season, this is definitely the best one. This series follows Mao Mao, who gets sucked into being part of the Imperial Palace where concubines try to become the Empress of China alongside the Emperor, who will choose who he wants to marry. The underlying overarching mystery that's been built up from the last season, the amazing cast of characters, and of course, one of the best female protagonists of all time, Mao Mao. If you haven't watched this series, do yourself a favor and watch it. Mao Mao is such an amazing character to watch. This series is on the episodic side where there's a lot of individual episodes with the main story slowly being built up, but honestly, I could watch 100 episodes of Mao Mao just solving puzzles as to what's going on in the Imperial Palace. Easily the GOAT of winter 2025. Well, for now. Maybe one of the shows I mentioned before will surpass it. But yeah, that concludes my thoughts on winter 2025. I know there are a lot of shows I didn't mention, and that's mainly to do with how late into the season we're already in. So for the next season, I'll make sure to watch more, and once I've fully caught up with everything and the season comes to a close, I plan on making a top 10 video of the best anime of winter 2025. So be on the lookout for that in the next month. But anyways, if you've stuck to the end of the video, don't forget to give it a like, that would be greatly appreciated. And if you're new here, subscribing would mean a lot. And yeah, that's all I have to say. See ya.